What's up, everyone? We're here at the beginning of Stab's East project experiment. Really thankful, really excited.
For its first 6 years, the premise of East was mad simple. Take a high-performance surfer and hand them a quiver of boards that challenge their assumptions of what works and what doesn't work on a wave. And for 6 years, this pretty much worked. Then, we invited Dave Rastovich.
I feel like a fish attracted to a lure with this. What? Fucking psyched. I'm just pumped. I just love how weird surfing is.
Dave was the first test pilot with vast experience riding non-traditional surfboards. That mattered because he could thoughtfully articulate exactly what made each one feel unique. So this year, in keeping with our findings, we stumbled into a very happy medium. As one of the few surfers with both championship tour experience and modern legend surf swag master on his resume, Mikey February was an obvious fit for the experiment. Mikey agreed under one condition: that he had to be allowed to personally pick each of the shapers and handle the ordering process.
I was pretty nervous coming into this, just especially the last one being Dave, and he said a lot of things that I thought and I never knew how to say.
I liked that this board disappeared so much, and that to me is a sign of a magic board, is when they just disappear under your feet and you just feel like it's not even there, you're not even there, everything's become invisible and you just doing your thing.
Kind of put a lot of pressure on me doing this now, because there's like trying to have the right words to say all these things. When given this opportunity, just the simple fact of being able to, for once in your life, be able to order any surfboard from any shaper. And it kind of ended up we just kept adding, really, yeah.
So, yeah, that's how we ended up with 17 surfboards, more than we've ever had in any project, ever.
Pretty crazy to see all these boards in one place. Yeah, shit. I mean, I've gotten quivers before, but this is definitely something else. Where do I start? There's so many surfboards.
Have you cooked yourself?
I think so. Fuck, I definitely feel like my brain's a bit cooked for sure. I feel like I've never had an opportunity like this, and I'm usually just ordering from one shaper.
Mikey's aim with his quiver: to pay homage to the past of surfboard design while existing in the present and looking to the future.
We did things differently this time around, kind of focusing on past, present, and future, kind of as a way for me to understand just surfboard design as a whole, getting to experience designs and shapes from different generations, and in that sense, kind of just understanding it all.
He's only ridden boards from Channel Islands, Campbell Brothers, Mark Richards, and Alex Nost in the past decade. So this was an opportunity for Mikey to indulge in his fantasies.
I think the board that's going to win this test it's going to be based on connection. There's going to be a couple that you're going to really jump on and be able to ride and feel something good and be able to surf well, but I think there's going to be one that's going to give me a feeling that's going to be different to everyone else, and also just what I'm probably excited about in this present moment in time.
So, how is surfing's nicest man planning to break 16 hearts after handpicking every shaper and custom ordering every board? Well, like all good romances, it started with an awkward phone call.
Hey, hi. Hey, I'm Mike. Junkin had told me a bit about the stab thing that you were working on.
Yeah, we obviously love all the boards that I've had from you guys, and I feel like just such a cool feeling and being able to ride those boards and kind of feel. I'm curious to know what you think. I mean, I've ridden a bunch of the Rush Short, but yeah, I don't know what you're thinking or what you've been into.
Well, I mean, because the Bonzer it is sort of past, present, and future all in one. So
exactly, it's kind of, yeah.
So, maybe doing a 5-fin would be cool. Especially since you've been riding mostly the 3-fin, so it might be cool to get a 5-fin.
Yeah, I'm up for that, yeah.
All right, well, cool, man. Yeah, we're stoked to be included, and we'll get this going for you.
Thank you so much.
I have a good relationship with the Campbell brothers. I feel like besides maybe MR and CI and maybe L, it's kind of the only other people I've gotten boards from. It's been really such a special thing to be able to get surfboards from them, just with their history and what they've created and the people that they are. I've really enjoyed experiencing what the Bonzer has to offer. It's not as intimidating as it looks. It's actually really fun. Just being able to experience the 5-fin setup compared to the 3-fin setup. And it felt real solid. Like, it just felt like I was riding a shortboard kind of thing, but just with a whole lot going on at the bottom. I don't know why it's taken me this long to get a 5-fin, but I'm pretty excited about it and excited to ride it more, yeah.
When he first got on tour, Mikey was 25 years old and weighed 150 pounds. His shortboard dimensions at that time were 6'0" by 18 7/8 by 2 3/8, coming in at around 26 liters. Now, he's closer to 180 pounds, and his shortboard dimensions are 6'0" by 19 1/8 by 2 1/2, now around 30 liters.
No, I definitely don't think I did my best surfing on the CT. I was a lot maybe smaller, younger. I tried to put on weight and stuff, but I couldn't do that at all. When back then I was like maybe 70 kilograms or something, and then now I'm like maybe 15 kilograms more. I don't know if that comes from having kids or what, but yeah.
Within just a few heats on the CT, the WSL commentary team decided they had a nickname for Mikey.
As we saw our man Freestyle, you can see him, he's just loving it.
Up against Mikey February, the man they call Freestyle.
We call him Freestyle for good reason.
Freestyle February, his intent isn't there.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I was crazy about the nickname Mikey Freestyle February. There's a lot of things that people would say that were, nicknames or references or whatever that were kind of annoying, but in the same way, it kind of helped just kind of push you more to kind of be your authentic self. When you're in the contest side of things, you're kind of there because you want to have people judge you off of results as opposed to anything else, or just like your talent or your surfing. You're definitely not there to be different or trying to be, I feel like when you're there, you're just trying to get results and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love being known as the guy who rides twin fins and stuff, but it's not exactly how I want to be known, I'm not just that one thing. Surfing isn't just that one thing, and I kind of want to, just enjoy it all.
And even though we are the ones who invited a, quote, alternative surfer to an alternative board test, we encouraged Mikey to return to his foundation and to order a thruster from someone other than his longtime shaper, Britt Merrick.
Mikey.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I gotta say I was a little surprised at the phone call I got. First I'm like, oh, sick, I'll make some weird little board. And then he's like, no, he wants like a short board, like a proper surfboard. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm confused.
I don't know, I guess those guys are like, if you could ride any other shortboard besides like CI, you know, like what would it be? You know, you also have these people that you've seen ride these surfboards and they've ridden a certain way that like you've been drawn to, and you've been like, that looks like a feeling that you'd love to like feel, or just like seeing like John and like, I don't know, just been so intrigued and wanting to like just see what that feels like.
The Ghost is always a board that that's always intrigued people, because that's the board that like John's, he does his biggest stuff on those boards. But like that board needs something, you know what I mean? It's essentially a step up. Like if you do want a Ghost, I'll be happy to make you a Ghost. I'd love to see you try one of those.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds perfect. Nice.
Well, enjoy it, and I will speak to you sometime soon.
Yeah, I'll chat to you soon. Thanks a lot.
So, I guess we're going to Stratty, so sort of perfect time to try the Ghost.
How do you think you'll feel if you can't bury the rail?
How will I feel? I don't know. I know that's hard on the back foot, and I know how hard John pushes, especially with this tail and how narrow it is and this like the fin setup. So I don't know. I feel like maybe if we're getting barreled, it'll be kind of nice. Like I have confidence in the fact that there's a lot of foam here. Turn-wise, not so much. We'll see. Yeah.
You don't bring a spoon to a knife fight. If Kelly Slater is testing boards for stab in the dark, you're gonna need a blade. The question is Kelly also riding a Paisel?
The session that we had at Stratty was pretty sick. It was quite a surprise. I think we were just surfing Snapper or Greenmount or something, and someone was like, oh, it's going to be on this afternoon. And first feelings, it was just real easy, I guess. I mean, I won't lie, the first couple of waves I got stepped off on, and you just, you know, which is kind of a strange way to feel the surfboard, because you're just like going off a ski and then standing up, and you can barely feel your legs, but it kind of still worked out. But the board holds so much speed. Yeah, I remember my first couple, I'm getting tubed and then coming out with so much speed, and I hadn't even like caught any other waves to just like literally just put my, you know, back foot on the tail and just feel what it feels like. But it was, yeah, definitely the best board of choice for that day for sure. This shortboard is, I feel like in general, it's very different to a lot of performance shortboards. Everything from the outline, especially what you have going on up front, you know, it feels like the wide point's forward, but maybe that's an illusion just based off of all the foam that's up here. And even just like the pulled-in tail, it kind of almost, sometimes the outline almost reminds me of some of the more alternative boards that I ride. which is kind of nice. Yeah, really enjoy this board, and yeah, I think definitely keep it in the quiver and give it another go, yeah.